Win the incredible Steigercraft, Evinrude, Loran's Grand Prize Boat Package, and more in the Fisherman's 2018 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Get the details at thefisherman.com.
Hey there, Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine with this week's web video fishing forecast for New England. Just out here doing a little black fishing here. It's the opening day fall blackfish season in Connecticut. Get more of that in a minute. I want to start off with news, big news item this week. There's a proposal before NOAA Fisheries to open up part of the EEZ, the possession and targeting of striped bass. Known as the Block Island Transit Zone, this section of ocean here in New England encompasses the striped bass no man's land of sorts, which lies between Block Island, the mainland of Rhode Island to the north, and between Block Island and Montauk Point to the west. In case you're not aware, it's illegal to target and possess striped bass in federal waters, which are located outside the 3-mile line from shore. When this designation was put in place back in 1984 by the passing of the Atlantic Striped Bass Conservation Act, however, unfortunately, it created islands of legal fishing water surrounded by those in which it is illegal to target and possess striped bass. Most notably, the waters around Block Island fell into this classification. Fortunately, it was made legal to transport striped bass through the area so long as one wasn't to stop along the way and the fish were landed inside the 3-mile line. Well, this item has become an item of contention here in the in recent times. Many anglers who fish these waters, and several attempts have been made over the years to make fishing here illegal. Without getting too much further into the nuts and bolts of what is going on, I'd like to direct you to the full news story posted at thefisherman.com, which outlines both the proposal as well as the details on the public comment period, which runs through November 19th this fall. Be sure to give the story a read and submit your comments, as soon as possible. And obviously, I'll follow up with the subject as additional information is made public. Again, that news story is available at thefisherman.com right now. One more quick note to pass along. As I noted, I'm out here fishing today for blackfish. The season opened up Wednesday, October 10th in Connecticut waters. Fishing's been very good both up in Massachusetts and Rhode Island lately for blackfish, and now Connecticut anglers can join in on the fun. With the kickoff of the season in Connecticut this week, the guys over at Black Hall Outfitters in Old Lyme and Westbrook, Connecticut, have their annual Togtober tournament taking place this Saturday and Sunday, October 13 and 14. The divisions for both kayak and boat anglers, and they have some awesome prizes up for grabs. Call the shop today for more details, and the sign-up number over there is 860-434-9680. And if you like a full rundown of all the blackfish tournaments taking place this fall across New England, be sure to check out the news story posted at thefisherman.com. All right, moving on into a little more into reports here. I received an email from Fisherman subscriber Ryan Malzewski over the weekend as he spent some time fishing with his son Cody, specifically on Saturday. Before this trip, Cody had never landed any false albacore, but by day's end, he not only checked them off of his list, he totaled 4 albies along with some striped bass and bluefish. Cody's been featured in Fisherman magazine before with some nice fluke that he and his dad have landed, and I'm sure that we'll be hearing more of his exploits in the coming years. Moving up the coast, let's see, up into Martha's Vineyard. We're going to check in with Wilson Kerr at the Martha's Vineyard Derby to see what's going on with the leaderboard up there for the final days of the Martha's Vineyard Derby, which closes out this weekend.
Hey Toby, thanks very much. This is Wilson Kerr reporting in from the Vineyard. We are entering our last week of the Derby. We've had some big lead changes. We have a new bass from the boat. Stephen Petruska bumped himself, going from 37 pounds up to 39 pounds. We have this morning a shore fly rod grand slam, only the 3rd ever such recorded in modern Derby history. That's all 4 species weighed in from the shore on the fly. Over the weekend, we had some epic lead changes by the juniors. We had a new shore albie, a new boat bonito. We had a new shore bass junior come in right around 21 pounds. The kids are getting in on the action. The story in terms of fishing is that it has slowed down a little bit. Still a lot of fish around, tons of bait, but a lot of the fish are on the smaller side, bass and blues. The albies have become very finicky, very picky. Maybe size down a tippet, size down a leader. See if you can get them that way. Our final award ceremony is coming up on this Sunday at Oak Bluffs at the Farm Neck Golf Club at 1 p.m. Everyone is invited. On the Friday before at 5:30 at the Port Hunter, we have our Costa Derby Anglers reception. We invite everyone to that. As always, we encourage everyone to go to mvderby.com for all the results. There's still just under a week of great fishing left. We hope to see everyone Sunday, and we thank all of our sponsors, including the Fisherman, for their great support of what we do. Back over to you, Toby.
And continuing along in Massachusetts, we're going to check in once again with our buddy Simeon Watson from the Goose Hummock Shop to see what is going up on the Cape.
Thanks, Toby. Now here's a little bit of what's going on with the fishing down here on the Cape. There's still plenty of bluefish around in Cape Cod Bay and down on the Nantucket Sound side. Anything from some really big alligator blues down to some nice little tuna candy and some nice little ones to put on your smoker. There have been some good schoolie bass around, as well as some schools of larger bass off on the ocean side that some of the commercial guys have been getting during their commercial days. The tuna fishing, as we all know, the commercial season is closed. But a lot of the recreational guys are still going out and trying to get some of those meat fish for the freezer for the winter. Still been a pretty good school out to the east off of Chatham. Most of them have been big, but there are some guys picking away at some of the small ones. The freshwater fishing's really turned on down here now too. All the ponds have been stocked with some really nice trout, and largemouth bass fishing is starting to really heat up. The water's starting to cool off, and they're really starting to feed. So come on down to the Cape, stop in at the Goose and see us, and we'll get you set up for what you need for a day of fun.
All right, well, there you have it. I'm Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine, wishing you tight lines if you head out on the water this weekend.